Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Master Grade video review, and this time I'm going ahead and taking a look at the GX-9900 Gundam X from the series After War Gundam X. And this is the first lead mobile suit that we see in the series. And we can go ahead and take a look at some of the details we've got going on here. As you can see, very nice head sculpt. I do really like it. Not very much additional painting you have to do. I do like what Bandai did with the mouth guard this time around. Those vents in the front of the mouth guard are actually molded through instead of just molded in lines that you have to paint a line later. So I do really like doing that route that they did. It gives it a little bit extra depth. And if you can tell, clear green. I did not paint that clear green. That came like that. It's kind of a little bit darkish clear green, but it's not that bad. And we also have clear purple running on the shoulders, on the along the collar right there. It's clear purple. I don't know how well that's going to come off, but it is clear purple. It shows off a lot better on the arms and legs. And apparently that was a bit controversial when this kit was coming out, so that is a big thing there. Nice green jewel thing going on the front. There's a lot of nice detail going on in this kit. I do really like the way the Gundam X looks, but very nice green detail on the front of the kit, as you can see. And underneath, that is, once again, well, that is clear green, but underneath that was originally gray. That's the same gray as the inner frame. I went ahead and painted it silver, so it kind of made it pop a little bit better. I wish I could say that was my idea, but it was like every reviewer showing this kit off before I got my hands on it said that that's what they ended up doing. So, but overall it does look really nice. Nothing really to speak of in the legs and feet. The backpack, we do have quite a lot going on, which we'll get to in a moment when we get to accessories, because that's all the weapons basically stored on this kit. And we do have a little bit of a problem when it comes to this kit, is that we have a latch here that opens up for no reason. And that is for whenever we decide, or whenever Bandai decides to give us an X divider. Whether that will be an entirely different kit, whether that will be an add-on for this one, who knows. But overall, I really do like the way the Gundam X looks. It's just very well detailed, very nice. I do like it a lot. We do have a cockpit hatch to open up, which is a little bit tedious to get to, but once we get it wiggled open, it kind of just pulls forward and right in there, and we can see a Garrett Rand sitting in there all nice and cozy if we get the light shining on, because it's not going to catch on my camera otherwise. But yeah, Garrett Rand sitting right in there all nice and cozy. Very claustrophobic looking cockpit we've got going on though. We can go ahead and fold that up. Now, posability wise, we have double ball joint system, or ball joint, and a ball joint at the top of the neck, as well as a swivel at the bottom. So we do get quite a lot of movement. We can look up, we can look down. A lot of stuff going on for just the head. Does look very nice. And also, I did want to show off, since it is clear green all the way through, if we do get a light shining in just the right angle, we can get the eyes to like really pop, which looks nice. And we can get, if we bring the lens, or the LED back there, the camera lens for at least the top of the head glows. So that does look pretty cool too. Anyways, the shoulders, they do expand out a little ways. And then that allows you to rotate them up. And the shoulder itself, the shoulder joint right here, is on a universal joint, so it does get to go 360-degree rotation, as well as bend out. And then the shoulder pad here is on a separate hinge, so it can go up and down as you see fit. We have a Bicep Swivel, which it looks like it's going to want to wiggle itself loose if I keep doing that back and forth. We do have a nice Bicep Swivel going on there. Double jointed elbow. Very nice. And because this is one of the smaller kits from the 90s, one of the smaller Master Grade, or Gundams from the 90s rather, we do have the ball joint hand on the wrist, as well as the swappable finger type hand where the thumb is posable, and you just swap the fingers off with any of the other sets of fingers that we'll get to in a moment. We have ball joint at the base of the torso, which allows it to go forward, well, one in the top and one in the base, which allows it to bend a lot of movement. And the hips, the side skirts do get out of the way fairly decently. The back skirt moves about that far, and then the front skirts move that far, so quite a lot of getting out of the way for the legs. We have similar style once again with the wing kits. This kit shares a lot of similarities with the wing kits, because this kit just came out in 2014, so it just followed suit after a lot of the wing kits just came out, so it does share a lot of stuff considering this series came out right after Gundam Wing did. So we do have the universal joint for the hip, so we can swing forward and backward, as well as out to the side. And then we also have a thigh swivel. And then we have a double jointed knee, which really nice big bend out of it, and as you can see, the knee armor splits apart when you do that. Always nice detail that I like that they do in the master grades. Double ball jointed ankles, as well as the ankle armor does hinge to get out of the way, right there, as well as right here. So we got a lot of movement going on in the ankles. And then the feet, since the bottom ball joint is connected onto the foot for the ankle, it can bend around in a lot of poses, and the foot itself the toe can bend up and bend down in quite a lot of ways. So we can get a lot of great poses going on with this kit. It is insane, all the amount of stuff that can move on the Gundam X, which is very nice. A lot of stuff going on with the Gundam X, one of the newest kits coming out, one of the ones that everybody was waiting for some time, because out of all the hero suits that have come out, we still lead hero suits come out, we still need, well, when the time this came out, we still needed the X, the DX, and the V2, which V2 has been announced it is coming out later this month. So that's pretty cool. And we do already have the DX that's already out. And I can't remember what else we have for leads that need to come out that everybody's kind of hoping for. We need a 2.0 of the Double Zeta, but that's a rant for a different time. Anyways, size comparison time. Here he is standing up next to the original Gundam. Now, head height, as you can see, it is a little bit shorter. Not too much, just kind of the same as the wing kits. So, it is shorter, just like how it's supposed to be. But with all the extra stuff off of his back, obviously, he can't even get shown fully in the frame. There's that for size comparison. Now, weapons and accessories, we do have, first off, we do have a little minifigure of Garrett Ran, the lead hero of the anime, the main character. We do have a couple action-based connectors. We have the standard action-based connector, and we also have this action-based connector, which will go onto the backpack, which I haven't ever used any of these because I have him positioned on the ground, and I still forgot to grab an action base to show them off with. And we get the same kind of hands that we got with all the wing kits for the fingers. We have the default fists. We've got the splayed open fingers. We've got one right hand, actually, only the right hand, without the tooth in it, and then both the left and the right hand with the tooth in it. And now that tooth, well, for weapons attached onto them now, we can go ahead and show off some of these. We've got the shoulder Vulcan, which can swing down. It's a little bit tight, but it can swing. We can get it to swing down, and my finger's locked up trying to do that. But we can get that look. It doesn't look too bad. It's not my personal preference on that. I usually just have it stored away anyways. For weapons, on here we can unpeg this piece off of the backpack. Which, as you can see, it just this piece slots on into that hole right there, and then just kind of sets off to the side like that, and we can just peg that off. And this is the beam rifle shield combo. And how we use that, we can swap the left hand fingers out. I probably should not be resting my leg on this tripod, but it's too late now. And this piece expands open and reveals the handle there, and we can just move the handle up and out of the way, so we can take the fingers, peg them on the front, and just like that, and then take the hand and peg that on the Gundam, just like that. And he can have this shield, which is holding straight out shield, which is very cool. I do like that look. We don't have very many shields that are like that in Gundam, so we do have that look. And if you want, it can also end up being the beam rifle, and we can accomplish that by coming underneath, and this piece right here will extend out, and that will be the barrel of the beam rifle. And then the handle folds down, the sides fold down, and then this scope piece is supposed to fold up, but I've got a problem with the way mine connects. I might have to go in there and take a look at it. But come on, there we go, just stay. Now he has a beam rifle, which he can hold very, very securely. Everything is pretty secure with this kit. Nothing's gonna shake loose, nothing's gonna fall off. Very nice. Now, if he wants to go close range, we do have the beam sword, which we can detach from the backpack back here. Which, this is the handle for the beam sword. Just this little piece right here, and it comes off of this piece right back here. So, it just clips on like that. Take it, pull it off, like so. Make sure X is going to stand. And then with the... Get back. You're in the way. With the handle, what we do with this to get it prepped is we have to actually take it apart and then take the other fingers that we aren't using for the gun right now with the tooth in the middle of it, and that pegs in right there, and then that slides back together, and now the fingers are securely in place. Go ahead and take the fingers off and replace it with that set of fingers, and just position the thumb correctly. And then we can take this really awesome looking beam sword blade right here. As you can see, very awesome. Little bit stronger, I think it's a little bit stronger clear plastic. No, this is the same kind of flexible plastic, so you don't poke your eye out easily. And that just pegs in like so. And now we have the Gundam X loaded up ready to get going. It does look really nice. One thing I do want to show off is real quick with the beam blade out and some of the green bits. They are a little bit sensitive to a black light, especially the beam sword. So if we go in here, we can get this glowing, and it does kind of show up a little bit. Not too bad. Looks even better without the light on. So once again, go ahead and here, take a look at it. As you can see, that green now just explodes, especially in the eyes and the camera. In the blade, it just explodes with color. And that's what I should have done last time with the unicorn, is not turn off all of the lights, just the big light overhead, because that just shows off so much better. And I just do really like the way that turns out with the black light. So, lights back on. And now, I really should have went and grabbed the action base while I was grabbing my black light. But that's all the way upstairs. Anyways, we do have another mode that we can do with the backpack. The one big thing about the backpack is the satellite cannon. But first, before we display it with the satellite cannon, I wanted to go ahead and show off the flight mode that we have, that we can set this to, the hover mode, which we can accomplish that by taking this assembly right here. If you can see right there, there's a hinge right there, and you want to rotate it at that hinge right there until those pieces are down at the bottom, and the satellite cannon is extended out to the side. And then you go ahead and rotate the satellite cannon down, and then just simply expand the X open a little ways for the satellite cannon, which looks like that. And we do get a nice hover mode. If I were to have this on this action base, it would look something like that, hovering. So some nice weird fairy wing thing kind of going on there with that. But that is not the way we want to display the Gundam X. The big thing about the Gundam X is the fact that with that satellite cannon being the main attraction to the mobile suit design, we can go ahead and take off the weapons. I'll put the splayed fingers on this hand. And just take the fingers off on this one. Leave them all for now. Get the beam sword all stored back up. And get this all folded back up the way we had it before. I know there's just a lot going on with this kit, so bear with me as I get this thing prepped and ready to display that. Anyways, so there we have him ready now. Now to transform the backpack into the cannon mode, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and rotate this all the way around again like we did before. And then this time rotate the satellite cannon up, and then position this hinge right here out a little bit like that, just so we have enough clearance to swivel that around. Next, what we're going to do is rotate this piece around here like that, while simultaneously rotating this piece around like that. So now we've got that look going on. And then we take this entire assembly, rotate it up, so the cannon is now going over the shoulder, splay open the X-wings. Come on, go. There we go. Just like that. And then, of course, rotate them forward without popping it apart. So, don't do that. Just rotate it out and around. Then it's just a matter of getting everything straightened up to where you want it. So just like that. Now, real quick, go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and move the camera up a little bit so we can get this in all together in the shot. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and take the beam, or the satellite cannon. Let's get that lowered a little bit. And then there's actually a handle down here that we swing open. And it makes it so much easier if we do it this way, where we take the hand that doesn't have the tooth in it for the right hand side. So this guy right here. And we actually kind of just wrap that around the handle without dropping it. And then having the hand meet up with the fingers, and then rotating the thumb around the handle. Just like that. And then just finish posing it up the way we want it to look. And then the last thing we have to do with the satellite cannon is then extend the barrel out. So we've got that look going on. And we have the Gundam X with the satellite cannon fully extended, fully realized, and just looking awesome. Obviously, the box art of the kit spoils this this mode, but overall it just looks amazing when it's splayed out like this. This is the one thing that everybody was wanting to do when they got the Gundam X, was they were wanting it to do the satellite cannon, and it can do the satellite cannon, and it can do it perfectly, and it just looks amazing. And the big thing with the satellite cannon is the fact that these clear bits, the way it's built, is actually pretty cool. I wish I did have a way to actually show how it's built, but I can't take that apart, and now it's kind of a pain to get pulled apart. But what it is the big white piece right here in the back is what connects, or is what houses the clear piece, and that's actually just like a regular clear plastic, no color to it at all. But I don't know how well it's going to show on camera though, but the underneath that clear plastic is a piece of kind of like prism paper, almost, with like an aluminum foil with prism paper wrapped around it, so it does have a very rainbow effect looking thing going on. And those little divots on that you see there are also molded on the plastic. So okay, that's looking really nice now on my camera now. So yeah, he can do that. It looks amazing. Can have him standing up like that. And real quick, I guess I can just pose the last lead of the previous series and the first lead of the newest series. Wing Zero and Gundam X, side by side, just getting ready to wipe out anything in front or nearby them. So that does look pretty cool. Overall, I really do like the Gundam X. A very fun kit, very fun build. I have that thumb completely messed up. That was looking weird. Anyways, it looks a lot better. But just a very fun kit, very fun build. Not a lot of extra detailing you have to go in and do. There is a lot of panel lining you have to do. The decals are very simple. All of the decals on this kit are sticker decals. There's no dry transfers, no water slides. So essentially, this kit is an excellent beginner's kit. There is little extra effort you have to put into building this kit. A lot of just panel lining, just that's all you really have to do for any extra details. The option of painting the inner frame underneath the green piece on his chest is, of course, there if you don't like the way it would look plain. But overall, very nice kit. I do highly recommend this kit. A very fun build, very nice for beginners. I do have to say that. I cannot stress that enough. If you are planning on getting into the master grade line, this is a good place to start. It is very, very easy to build. Very easy to find because this is still a relatively new kit. This did come out early last year, so 2014 as of this recording. So early 2014 was when this kit came out, and it just looks amazing. There isn't anything bad I can say about this kit. Some people might find the clear purple bits a little distracting. I think it looks pretty cool. It gives it a little extra sense of stuff going on. I'm not sure what exactly they were expecting it to be otherwise, though, because those bits glow purple when in the anime when he gets ready to activate the satellite cannon. So I don't know what everybody else was expecting them to do for that. But anyways, this has been Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys really do like this review, and I will see you guys next time with another review. See ya.